What up, people? It's Black and Blue back at you for this December, man. We got a few topics to talk about. Two of the dudes giving you some ice, real opinions on what's going on in the world and the industry, man, with a little bit of humor, but more or less we just keeping it real. What's happening, Black Ice?
Hey man, what's going on with you? What's going on with you, Blue?
Man, I'm just chilling, homeboy. I can't call it. Just looking through some of these headlines, man. I saw that this morning. I see Mase got a new track called Mount Rushmore, and he did an interview with Angie Martinez and everything. What you
hmm
think about the new music, man?
I like it because that's the one he had Diddy on the song as well, right? And Khaled.
Yep.
Yeah, so so he's trying to like he's swinging for the fence.
Yeah, more or
So
less talking that talk. It's more him just rapping though, but yeah.
yeah, so yeah, I guess the question is like how serious is he coming back? You know what I mean?
Right, because it's never been a question about Mace's rapping ability or skills. It's always been his heart for the game.
Right.
And it's like,
Eh,
okay, you saw from the Bad Boy tour and everything last year, whatnot, or earlier this year, we should say. You know, people still want to see Mace. Mace can still rhyme. Honestly, I think Mace can probably still do tours and records, but it's like, how long can you still put faith in something like that?
You know what? This reminds me of the recent interview Three Stacks did. You know, like everybody want Andre to drop a new album, and he been real like coy about it or
Hmm.
whatnot. And but he made a good point. I mean, like, but he was saying like, what's the motivation when you get to a certain age and wealth? You know what I mean? So I think it's a difference when you like rapping for your next meal compared to I'm just rapping to be rapping. You know what I mean? So so I want to know what is Mace's motivation to be rapping again. First off, and then secondly, is he able to put together a body of work in this in this day and time?
And then another thing, with the whole Pastor Mace thing, as humans, you can be religious, have a religious side and be a spiritual side, and then you can also be that nigga in the street. So I guess
Right.
that's murder mace, but it's kind of hard to see how you gonna do that and be a pastor as well. I
So
mean,
is he still a pastor in Atlanta?
I don't know if he's still a pastor, but it was from my assumption, he's still in the ministry. I could be wrong.
Right.
I'll look up that some more, but I always assumed he was still in the ministry. But if you still in the ministry, he had a line like, "I trick no hoes, I sell them." I mean, goddamn, what's God?
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and that's what I want to know, man. What's his motivation? Like, is he here for good? Because I watched his interview with the I want to say what's the guy that Rosenberg and what's the
Okay,
guy
and
name?
Ebro, I saw that too.
Ebro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And I think he made mention of how people if he started rapping again, he want people to play it because he's like he been dropping stuff over the years, but radio didn't pick it up. So it's like okay, so I mean like so if they show you some love and support. Are you going to be consistent with it? Because like if you fall off again now, they had no reason to trust him to stick around.
Right.
So yeah, I thought that was interesting. I mean, yeah, he's striking while the iron's hot right now. So I think that was a good move to go ahead and do a follow up. I mean, and he already won against that battle with Cameron. So he didn't need another response track to that. So I'm glad he just dropping something else on top of that and
and,
doing a
and, and
follow up and see
came
where it
and came
goes.
with the music. That's true. But then it's also like where you kind of look at it, where he while he would still be successful in 2018, we about to come up on is because he can still, as we can see, he can still drop a hit record. And these days and times, nobody really buys music. But at the end of the day, May still got that swag, that charm and all that. So he's still gonna be. I mean, if anybody want to put a brand endorsement on him, he's still gonna cake up. So it's a win.
Yeah,
Welcome back to the game, homie. But just take it serious this go around, bro. If you're gonna do it,
yeah,
do it.
yeah. That's how I feel about it. You gonna do it, bro.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Let's transition a little bit. Your boy Lavar Ball, man, he done pulled the middle boy out of
Yeah.
UCLA, and he going hard on the Lakers coaches. I mean, at what point? I respect the hell out of homie, especially with the whole business sense. See, I mean,
hmm
he tried to go, through the Nike companies, and they didn't give him the deal. He started up his own business, as you should salute. But sometimes, man, you just got to know when to, when to zip it. And not
Yeah.
saying that your opinions are right or whether your opinions are wrong. Sometimes you just got to know when to, just when to shut it up. What you think about that, man?
It reminds me of that movie American Gangster with Denzel,
Mm-hmm.
and he was saying like the loudest is the weakest. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it's like why are you doing all the talking? Like you say, I mean, if you're a businessman don't need to be heard. I mean, you let your actions speak for it.
That's true.
So I don't agree with him staying in the media the way he is. But as far as pulling his son out of UCLA, I think that was probably a good move because they never gave that son a definite punishment. They said he was suspended indefinitely, so that would ensure that it will be for the rest of the year, or he can be back for the conference games, or what.
Right.
So that I don't blame him because that is telling me that you just dangling with somebody's career. You know what I mean? And you just can't be sitting around on the sidelines wondering when he's gonna come back on. It'd be different if they gave him a timeline when he can come back and play, but they never did. So,
That's true.
um, I mean, and and I had and then every time something happened to a black person, I got to put it. I had to think, okay, would the same thing would have happened with a white player? I had to put stuff in context that way. So and I felt like, okay, if a white player got caught stealing in China and he came back, whatever, would he be suspended indefinitely? Would it be into the playoffs? I mean, would it handle it the same way? I mean, I had to think about that too.
And then I also look at it like this too, though, man. When the three kids, when they were over in China and they got busted lifting the sunglasses. Let's take out the LeVar Bell aspect. If it wasn't LeVar Bell's son,
Oh, ball.
LeVar Ball's son, my fault. If it wasn't LeVar Ball's son, would it have made that much of attention anyway?
That's true.
And would they have
That's
even,
true.
or would it just
Yeah.
been something, these kids do. I mean, they college kids, man. They do dumb shit. 18, 19, 20. Don't act like you never did nothing crazy or something stupid when you were a kid. Yeah, he's over 18. Okay, but he's still a kid. It's still a young frame of mind for all of them kids, man. And you gotta give them growth to grow up. Okay, yeah, they made a mistake. China let them go. They probably really wasn't gonna put them boys in jail in the first place. Not over that.
Yeah. So
More
you
or less
thinking
like sending them
so
home.
you're kind of thinking like the media was trying to get back at LeVar Ball, for talking so much. You think make an example out of him per se?
I don't know if it's to make an example out of him per se. I think sometimes you can draw that attention on yourself
I can see that.
by just yapping, 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 yapping. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like
Yeah. He made it into a headline.
they because he's been so vociferous for the last year or so about his sons and all over the news. That's what the headline was. Had it been
Right.
had it been Jamal Wilson, Leo Tyson, and John Jenkins of UCLA, they just names I'm making up. Just got busted, for stealing sunglasses. Man, it probably would have been on the ESPN ticker or something
Yeah.
for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have
I
been
mean,
on
it's
no
like
TMZ and no media outlets like that. It would have been quick. It would have been whatever it was, and it would have been gone.
I agree. I can see that definitely. 'Cause
But
at the end of the day, the news is about ratings and entertainment.
that's true.
And so since the father been in the news so much, I mean, it's almost like a shoe in to put the son on blast, for when he mess up.
But on
So I
a,
can
on an
see
all
that.
due serious note, and I make no jokes about this because his sons really don't talk. He's like the Jimmy Hart of the South, like from wrestling back in the day with the megaphone, just talk, talk, talk.
Mm,
I don't know. I haven't actually seen his sons to know how they operate and how they think because with what's the kid with Langelo pulling him out of school. How does he feel about that?
yeah,
I say that
yeah,
because if having an overbearing person in your life like that and making a decision on your life like that, is he going along with him because it's pops? Does he not agree with it? And I say all of that to say I don't want it to be no type of psychological effect. The young man might, kill himself or do some bodily harm to himself but I don't know the dynamic of him and his father's relationship. So he might be on board with it they just elements. I'm looking at it, like I say, they kids, man.
It looked like a low key Jackson 5 situation, Lamar Jackson.
LeVar Bell, LeVar Ball, the new Joe Jackson. Boy, you better shoot that jumper.
From the outside looking at it, I can see it playing like that. And but yeah, I was watching ESPN and this I can't think of her name. This white lady on ESPN correspondent, but she made a good point too. She was saying also by him changing schools, it could be like a fresh start, for the youngin as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
So because something like that can't hang over you your whole career. Like yeah, that's he's still that dude that stole from China.
And
So,
again, if he wasn't LeVar Ball's son, that wouldn't even have stood on him that long.
yeah, that too. Yeah, it's one of those things like he need LeVar need a PR person to let him know like yo, just fall back and be quiet for a while and just let it play out. You know what I mean?
But will he listen to the PR person?
Nah, probably.
He come across to the person you just can't,
Yeah, he talks with a certain arrogance, I guess.
I don't even say, people say it's arrogance. I don't know if it's arrogance. You just have been around a person that just try to over talk everybody.
I feel like I'm being oversold.
Right. And like I said, I won't call it arrogance because to me it's confidence. You're supposed to have that. If your sons, you believe in your son's ability to talk it up. If you're gonna make them a brand and you don't need Nike and you don't need Adidas and you're gonna do it on your own, that's how you're supposed to be. They are a brand. And in the overall scheme of things, I wonder if basketball, they're great in basketball and they love basketball. But at the greater scheme of things, is basketball just a marketing tool or their commercial? Because you don't know what their family conversations are being about, how they're gonna flip millions and millions and millions into billions. You really don't have. We don't know them conversations that they have at their dinner table. They might have a plan for that. Now, obviously, the sunglasses and stuff, and some of the stuff they're doing on the court, they expect to be, not to happen or to be a little bit better as part of their branding. But at the same token, it's like their commercial.
But I mean, you brought up a good point about the branding though. So now it's like LeVar Ball reminds me of Diddy with Bad Boy. You know what I mean? Like I remember reading how Diddy he said he purposely put himself in videos to where he knew Bad Boy is a public company, and he's like he wouldn't be so integrated with the brand that even the board director trying to remove Diddy, it wouldn't be no Bad Boy without him. And I wonder that's a similar move that what LeVar doing.
Right.
He's so integrated with that brand. If you take him out, a big baller brand is still a big brand for one. And
right.
two, as these boys get older, I mean, like I say, it's supposed to be about the kids, but like you're not hearing nothing from them at all. So I mean, is it really about them or is it really about LeVar?
That's true too. That's true too.
You know what I'm saying? Because really. Because at the point now, people buying those shoes off the strength of either their father talking, or maybe because of the basketball skills. But I have no personal connection with the kids at all. Because, like you said, I never heard them really talk at all.
Right. It's not like a Jordan, and he has the personality. Big baller brand. You see the dad, and his dad wasn't even a wasn't even a basketball player.
Yeah. Well, that's a perfect example. It's like selling Jordans. Without using Michael's personality, using his dad's personality to sell the shoes. Right.
Exactly.
Like what type of long-term plan is that? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think that could be interesting how that plays out going to next year.
Well, I think the long-term plan though was it's still young in their careers, but for them to be superstars, and that would be the icing on the cake.
And then from my understanding, one of the boys is not even that great. He's a solid player, but he's nothing like the older brother. I can't remember which one it was. Either the middle one or the youngest one.
Well, I know they were talking about. I was just reading a little headline that they were saying the middle one, LaAngelo, they were trying to shop him like a pro deal, either overseas or NBA. But the South was like, nah, he ain't ready. So that.
That plays in factor too. Cause like you said, you can oversell it so bad to where, like you said, you may throw him in a position where he can't live up to that name. And it'll be a terrible ending,
Jay-Z Memphis Bleak, huh?
You right. Exactly. One hit away. The
The
whole career.
heir to the throne. He's the reason I feel comfortable retiring.
Yeah.
Jay had to make some more business moves.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I think 2018 gonna be an interesting year for them. How they gonna play out?
That's true. That's true. And a second ago, man, you were talking about we were talking about will Lavar listen to his PR.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you somebody who's listening to their PR, and
Uh,
y'all can miss me with that and say that he ain't. Russell Simmons got one hell of a publicity split on this,
uh,
on this thing, on this attack on the women and everything. Unlike a lot of these other people, he kind of jumped out of it. He knew he was going to catch the flack of the criticism. He stepped away from his companies. Quote, he stepped away from his companies for personal growth, spiritual learning, and listening. Okay, so that we look at that. He stepped down. That does not say he sold. That does not say he will still not be making money. So if my company is gonna fail because I'm the face of it, as we just talked about the Lavar Ball situation, but I can make millions by sitting in the back, I can play the back. Hell, I've been in the front for damn near 30, 40 years.
right, right. Yeah, he just learned how to shut up and get out the spotlight. That's basically what he did.
Right, he sent out a press release, and of course, the negative attacks are gonna come, and rightfully so. I'm just talking. What he did, what happened, it was some foul shit, and it was. What I'm saying is how he jumped out in front of it, and is not gonna end his career the way people are thinking. Like I said, but the shit is fire. I was listening to an Instagram joint with Amanda Diva. I think she go by Amanda Seals now.
Yeah.
But she was saying when she met him, he asked her, did they fuck?
What?
He asked her, did we fuck before?
Wow. That's random.
Yeah, and I guess she was trying to do some business with him, but the thing is, she didn't just now make this accusation. He did it. She just revealed who the person was in the light of all of this, and her standpoint was, imagine being not just the Russell situation, but imagine actually being assaulted, and she wouldn't even come out and say anything on that aspect of just him saying something like that. So imagine all the other ladies is going that have been through this stuff through Hollywood, through music, through sports, or whatever.
Yeah,
That
and yeah,
assaults have actually
she's been in
happened
her career
to,
for a
and
long
they don't, yeah, and
time.
they don't speak about it. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we watched her grind for over a decade easily. So she probably wouldn't do anything like to mess with that.
right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, that's crazy. That's so random. Yeah, 'cause, I mean, he was popping off in the beginning because I know he said something to Ted Cruz after he made his accusation. And Ted Cruz put him on blast about that stuff. You know what I mean?
Rightfully so.
Right. So when the cameras got on Russell's face for doing the same thing, yeah, I guess he learned his lesson. Like, okay, let me just fall back and shut up. You know what I
Right.
mean?
But that old Terry Crews situation, that's a whole interesting dynamic too, man.
Yeah.
But to be
Yeah.
put in a position of you got to worry about how you gonna financially continuously take care of yourself and your family and be financially straight or whatever for the rest of your life. That you just got to stand there while a motherfucker come and grab your dick in front of your wife. I don't know if I got that much constraint, dog, without slapping a motherfucker, dog. I really don't.
I think two things came to mind. One was shocked that it even happened to him. So like he probably was in chill mode. You know what I mean? He was at the party and he didn't expect no shit like that to happen. One, and two, probably because his wife was there. You know what I mean? So like looking at his wife, probably was a reminder like, yo, let me chill out. You know what I'm saying? Because like if she wasn't there, who knows what would have happened? You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like he probably saw her like immediately thought, okay, I need to take care of my family type shit. You
Mm.
know. So I mean that's the only thing that would make sense to me. But it also goes to we people say this for like the longest time, definitely the comedians, how they all try to emasculate black men any damn way.
Right, right, right,
So this
right.
man's like Terry Crews, a 48 years old cop diesel dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? So just imagine like the smaller people, the younger people. Go back to what Dave Chappelle was talking about, like trying to get them to wear a dress. You know what I mean? So it's like to me, that's like the same line of thinking.
Actually, it kind of remind you to the slavery times when they used to have the whole breaking the buck thing, where they would
Right?
get like the
Yeah,
strongest dude on the plantation or something or whatnot, you know,
yeah.
and them
They broke that dude
dirty
in
ass
front of everybody.
and them dirty ass crackers, and I call it crackers. We ain't racist over here, but the ones that are, y'all are crackers, slave owners
Yeah,
and all that shit. Take your name and you wear it well. When they
yeah.
would strip black men down in front of the plantation or whatnot, and fuck them in the ass in front of their woman, their kids, their sons, and all that shit. It was like a modern day version of that shit to some extent
Evil,
too. You know what I mean?
evil shit. Evil, yeah, evil stuff, man. And if people want to make it seem like it's so long ago, it wasn't that long ago. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and like and I'm firm believer human nature don't change like that. It don't just like all of a sudden a new generation of people that is just so kind and loving. No, like that stuff. You pass that down to your kids. That line of thinking. You know, yeah. I mean, I guess like the smaller version of that would be when I used to work retail. I worked like 10 years of retail, man.
Okay.
And like you could be sitting there, you could be this is how working in the mall, working in the store. It could be nothing to do. You could have done every single thing possible. The store is clean, your product is up and ready. But let you crack one joke, your white supervisor get mad at you, and trying to find you work to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they always like they don't like you. It's like to me, there's still a slavery mentality that's passed on through the generations.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, that was evil stuff, man. But yeah, but same thing, man. So like, but I'm glad Terry Crews did say something because it was a reminder too. And also, black men always get overlooked with this type of stuff too.
Right.
'Cause, I mean, yeah, I mean, very unfortunate things happen to the women. I mean, it's disgusting the things that these guys do to these women. But yeah, but it happen to the guys too.
That's
You
true.
know. So I mean, so yeah, that's possible, man. And even bore down to like rape and molestation. I mean, these happen to our boys. You
But
know.
and just being in the industry over the years, man, I've seen it happen. But at the same token, let's not act like it don't go the other way too.
Yeah.
Meaning women hitting on guys or whatnot, and as well as women sleeping their way to the top. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, let's not act like that don't happen either.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's all about bash the straight man and all this in 2000 in this new millennial, but come on, let's act like let's not act like it don't go both ways.
Yeah. Yeah. It does. Yeah.
It's almost
Yeah.
it's the equivalent of you got like a male teacher sleeping with a high school teenager that's a girl.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I'm gonna f him up. He's foul. He's foul. Now at the same time, you can have a teacher that's in her 20s or 30s or whatnot, 40s or whatnot, and she's sleeping with a 15, 16, 17-year-old, and it ain't necessarily looked at the same. It's like almost to the dude. It's like, why you snitching? It's like that's a pat on the back. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a double
Right.
standard, and that's not act like it doesn't go both ways. That's all I'm saying to that
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. It's all messed up, man.
That's
All messed up, man.
that's so
But yeah, so
true.
yeah, speaking of which, man, I hate to go off topic, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, I watched that movie Mudbound, and I thought it was interesting.
Mud,
And especially from my perspective, man, because like well, Mudbound is a Netflix original movie. Mary J. Blige plays the mother, and I gotta admit, I barely recognize her.
that's
Um,
funny. Somebody told me like, so check out Mudbound, and so I'm watching it, right?
yeah,
And I'm like, damn, she looked like Mary J. Blige. They was like, that is Mary J. Blige. So Mary, you did your thing, cause
yeah,
only thing that they kind of messed up on is the. It looked like she had it was what was that like in the 1940s or something.
mm-hmm.
Looked like she had on her Chanel glasses that she bought last week in the movie. Other than that,
Right.
man, The costume, I'm like, hold up, now they look like new sunglasses. They don't look like they was what they was wearing back then.
Yeah, and they had a tight budget. Wardrobe probably.
But
Oh
yeah,
man.
man, Mudbound was a great movie, and it's crazy. I was me and my mom were discussing it because my mom, she's a retired history teacher, so we always had them type of conversations growing up. And I was asking people because she brought a dynamic up in that movie, which I actually did not see. And that's
Mm,
when Mary J she went to like take care the sharecropper owner when his kids got sick and they had offered her a job to stay or whatnot. And you know, old white dude from Breaking Bad. I don't know his name. I just know him from Mikey from Breaking Bad. He told Mary to get him some water, and then he
yeah.
said something to her, and then she like threw a knife or something on the table. And he was like, "Girl, something if you know something, pretty much I could do what the hell I want to do. It's my house or some crazy shit." But my mom, who is older, obviously, she looked at it and she saw something that I ain't see, and a few of my peers we didn't see either. And that's that she saw the part that insinuated. They didn't show it, but they insinuated, from her opinion, that the granddad actually slept or raped with Mary J. Blige, but they didn't show it.
Mm,
And then she was saying like, I guess I'm gonna have to rewatch it because she was like in the end when they buried him. I don't want to spoil it, but in Hap's speech or whatnot, or when they was giving the funeral, he was saying something to the fact that something that he coveted with somebody's wife or something. So I had to go back and
mm.
check that out. But that clearly went over my head. Did you peep that?
Yeah, I didn't take that. I mean, I knew there was a certain fear in her eyes when, and by the way, the old guy we are talking about was the sharecroppers owner father. So he
Right,
was like
right.
yeah, so he was like the elder of them, and he moved down with the family from Memphis. But yeah, so I did caught a glimpse of fear in her eyes, looking at him like say it reminded me when I watched Rosewood
Mm.
when the shop owner was raping the black chick working in there.
Right, right, right.
I got the same type of vibe, but yeah, to me they never really went into if they had any type of sexual relations or she was raped or anything like that. They really didn't go into that.
Well,
Um,
from Rosewood though, Rosewood, that's one of my movies too. But I got a personally different type of vibe from that, meaning that I thought she was willingly sleeping with him in Rosewood. Whereas
uh,
in this situation, not and in this situation, it really wasn't much of a choice.
yeah, well, when Rosewood first came out, I was really young the first time I saw it,
Hmm.
and I thought it was kind of like a willingly situation. But when I saw it again, I was older. I just took it as like, though she knew how the system worked. You know what I mean? She knew
Okay,
she
I
couldn't
could
say
give you
anything.
that too. I could give you
You know what
that
I'm
too.
saying? Cause look what happened, man. That white chick made one false accusation, and they set the whole town ablaze.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So
and it was
I think
all a
that
lie.
fear, yeah, they knew they didn't have any power. You know what I mean? Or they just, and I won't say they didn't have any power because they didn't want to keep their family safe.
Right.
You know, and I hate going on a tangent, but it kind of reminded me of I saw the T-shirt on Facebook, and it's like one of those pro-black T-shirts, like, yo, I'm not my grandparents. You know, these hands. You know what I mean? And I thought that was an insult to our elders because like they ain't like they didn't want to fight back. They probably try to protect your ass. You know what I mean?
Right, 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 right.
Cause they knew what the repercussions were. You
as,
know?
as, as my mother once told me years and years ago, she was like, you can't take the mentality of the day and apply it to then.
Mm, yeah.
You can't.
Right. Yeah. You're raised different. The move is different. I mean, you walking on well, we walk on pins and needles at black men now, but this match it was even worse back then. You
Right.
know what I mean? There's some scary shit. You don't know when these people in white hoods gonna pull up to your household and surround your house. You know, and start shooting at it or whatever. You know,
Right.
or drag it out, and then like same thing like today. In the past, you watch these people get off for doing these heinous acts, like with Emmett Till. You know,
Exactly.
you sit there and you watch them go to trial, you watch them get off, and then watch them brag how they did it after they get off trial. yeah, you kind of feel a certain type of way, So your mindset
Right.
definitely gonna be different.
Exactly.
So yeah, man. But I mean, but yeah, Mudbound was a great movie. It was a little bit more personal to me for the fact that it took place 40 miles south of Greenville, and Greenville is my hometown. I was born in Greenville, Mississippi.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
wow,
in the
wow,
Delta area.
wow.
So I peeped game, and it was kind of like true to form in the movie because Greenville was a popping town back then because yeah, it was all about port cities like steamboats and all the other good stuff that was going on during that time. So, and Greenville is right on the Mississippi River, so money was flowing through there at the time.
Okay.
So it was a very rich town. It had money. So I mean, now it's like the poorest region in the country now because it doesn't matter if you near the water or not. Everything gets shipped in by train or plane or whatever.
Right,
So
right.
all those places kind of like dried up. But yeah, it was like a little personal touch seeing how things were, and I like the fact how it showed how normal racism was to them. Like I think in today we think of only extreme cases. This was a way of life. It still is a way of life, and we just don't realize it. But so like in some ways, like the sharecropper owner, the guy with the family that moved down, you know, in a way they're trying to paint him as a decent guy, like this. He kind of like a chill guy that's trying to make it, but he was still racist as hell. You know, like
Right.
he said he wanted to lend out his mule. He wanted to charge them. They knew they couldn't afford it. You know what I mean? So and he thought very selfishly of his family. Like I said, when the kids got sick, you pull your sharecropper's wife from his family. You know what I mean? So I like the way they play, how they show that perspective. Like yo, like yeah, he wasn't radical like his father was, but he's still just as bad because he
Yeah, he
wants
was
to see
very bad.
justice.
Even from when he came there from day one. When they were
Yeah,
sitting down there eating, and he was like, "I thought you were supposed to come in next week or something." And he was like, "Yeah, you just get your stuff and you come unload my shit, man."
right, right. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, I thought you should, man. Yeah, but Mudbound is on Netflix. It's a great movie. If anybody hadn't seen it yet, I definitely recommend watching it. You know, so I mean, it's kind of predictable. It's one of those movies like you kind of know how it's gonna play out, but
Actually, that's not true. So if you haven't seen Mudbound, you don't know how it's gonna play out. I totally disagree with.
really,
I didn't know that. Well, we not gonna tell the ending, but I didn't expect the ending to be like that.
well, yeah, yeah. I knew there might be a plot twist because everything was going too well at one point in the movie. Like you waiting for that what the fuck moment.
No, no, no. I'm not saying I didn't expect the what the fuck moment.
Okay.
I was saying that it was different than what you expected.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You
yeah.
just go. You normally just gonna expect they gonna burn the cross in the yard. They gonna strap the
Yeah,
black
yeah.
man up and hang him from a tree. That's all I ain't gonna spoil it for
Okay,
nobody that ain't
okay.
seen it. That's my thing. Normally, we are when this coming, when this coming. So it did have a different, a different vibe from that aspect.
It did. It did. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, this was great, man. Movie was great, and I'm looking to see how I'm definitely keep an eye on Big Baller Brain next year. See how they're gonna play out, with the father and the kids.
Yep.
Um, and I think the Russell Simmons thing, I think it's gonna be swept under the rug, but it's quicker now that he removed himself from his companies, so it's not really a hot headline anymore. But I'm really interested to see if the women are gonna take it any further because I don't know if anybody filed any legal actions against him or anything like that
Now,
yet.
no legal actions have been filed, and I'm gonna tell you how even gangster it is. You know how he did, Def Comedy Jam back in the day. Well, he got a new Def Comedy or something. You know how
Yeah,
he do his little intro or outro. Everybody, good night.
yeah.
Well, they actually cut that part out of the show that's scheduled to air.
Oh,
So it doesn't show his tie-in, but I guarantee you that check gonna say Russell Simmons.
oh yeah. That's the producer, right? He still gets his producer credit. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But it's good chopping it up with you, bro.
It's cool. That's cool, brother, man.
Yeah, man. Well, this is Black and Blue. Thanks for watching. Definitely subscribe to us. Leave us comments. Give us feedback if we produce more shows for you. Thanks for watching.
Peace out.